One of the best questions I've been asked in my office this month was, how do you actually choose the lens that goes in my eye? And the part that surprises almost everyone, sometimes we change that decision in the middle of your surgery. I'm Dr. Todd Driver, a board-certified cataract surgeon in Irvine, California. You should understand how the decision for what lens gets put in your eye gets made. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how we choose your lens step by step. So after you say yes to surgery, what I do with my patients is I schedule them for a measurements appointment. The first thing we do in the measurement appointment is do a mapping of the cornea, which involves a topography and a pentacam. The reason why this is important is because the shape of your cornea dictates what sort of lens would be the best fit for your eye. So if your cornea is more spherically shaped, kind of like a golf ball, then lenses like the basic lens would be a totally reasonable option for you. But if you have a lot of astigmatism, which is when your eye is more football shaped, then you would probably want to get a lens that has some astigmatism correction in it, like a toric lens, or the more premium lenses like a multifocal lens or a light adjustable lens. If you have a lot of astigmatism and you choose to get the basic lens, your vision still will improve, but you need to wear glasses to get to the full correction because the basic lens will not correct your astigmatism. Mapping your cornea is also important because we want to make sure your astigmatism is what we call a regular astigmatism. If you have something called irregular astigmatism, this means that your eye is irregularly shaped, and that means that lenses like the multifocal lens would not work at all on you. There are some lenses that work better with irregular astigmatism, such as the light adjustable lens, but unfortunately, if you have irregular astigmatism, it's very hard to give you 100% full correction with just cataract surgery. The next measurements we do are biometry, that measures corneal curvature, anterior chamber depth, which is the depth of the front of your eye, axial length, which is the length from the front to the back of your eye. What we do is we plug all that information into IOL prediction formulas, and these are very sophisticated formulas that predict what lens it thinks will be the best fit for your eye. Now, here's what patients don't realize. These formulas are very accurate, but they're still educated prediction. And so the more information we have, the more accurate our predictions can become. So one thing I like to do to increase the accuracy of my lens selection is use a device called Aura. Unfortunately, Aura is not covered by insurance, so it's an extra out-of-pocket cost for my patients. But I generally do recommend using Aura in almost all cataract surgeries because I feel like if you have more information, it makes my lens selection more accurate. And there are studies that show that using Aura does increase the accuracy of your lens selection. So let's talk about the way Aura works. During surgery, after I've taken your cloudy lens out, we can use Aura, which attaches to my operating microscope. It measures your eye and it either agrees with what my biometer in clinic is telling me to use, or it tells me to switch the lens. And if I have to switch the lens, I just get a different lens off the shelf and put that in your eye instead. So how often does this actually happen? In my experience, Aura suggests a lens change about 10% of the time in eyes that have never had surgery, and about 25% of the time in eyes that have had LASIK or PRK or RK many years ago. It's difficult to choose lenses for LASIK and PRK eyes and RK eyes because we have surgically altered the shape of the cornea, and what that does is it throws the accuracy of lens prediction formulas off. Despite many very smart people working on trying to make the lens formulas more accurate for LASIK eyes, no one has made them as accurate as the traditional formulas for eyes that have not had LASIK. I've had Aura suggest some fairly substantial changes in lens power in my patients, and it was a difference between a patient seeing 20/20 after surgery without glasses and the patient needing glasses to pass the driver's exam. So is Aura worth it? I do think it's worth it, especially in patients who had prior LASIK or PRK. I do feel like the Aura does make the lens selection much more accurate in those patients, and I strongly encourage my patients to get the Aura. In patients who haven't had LASIK or PRK, I still do think getting Aura is helpful because there are some eyes that I would have no idea if the Aura would make a difference or not. And in my experience, in the eyes where the Aura does suggest switching the lens, it's generally the correct switch, and the patient can see better after the surgery as a result of it. Patients sometimes ask me, hey, doc, what would you do for your eyes? If I were getting cataract surgery, I would absolutely get it for my own eyes because I have seen the cases where Aura does make a significant improvement in vision after surgery. And there's no risk to using Aura. The only downside of using Aura is that it's not covered by insurance and you have to pay money for it. Other than that, there's only upside of using Aura. But there is one case where you don't need to use Aura, which is the light adjustable lens. Because if that lens is off target, we can actually adjust it after surgery, and we can't do that with any other lens. If my patients are candidates for the light adjustable lens, I do say it's the best lens out there because it's the only lens where we can actually fine tune it after surgery, which is important, especially if our lens prediction formulas are a little bit off of your ideal target after surgery. So does the average patient need all of this? It depends on whether you care about wearing glasses after surgery. So if you don't mind wearing glasses, if the lens lands a little bit off target, then aura doesn't matter very much. But if you want to maximize your chance of being glasses free, and that's exactly what people choosing premium lenses are hoping for, then I definitely think using aura is worthwhile. So in summary, the corneal maps tell us which lenses your eyes qualify for, the biometry predicts which lens power we should use for your eyes, and the aura double checks that prediction during surgery when we can still change our mind before the lens has been permanently implanted in your eye. So these are all educated predictions, but they are made more accurate with the topography, the biometry, and the aura. Cataract surgery is routine for me. I've done it thousands of times, but it's a once in a lifetime surgery for you. So when you have the lens implant in your eye, it's something that you're gonna be looking through 100% of the time while you're awake, and getting the lens correct can make a very big improvement in the quality of your life. So if you found this helpful, subscribe to my channel and leave your questions in your comments. Your questions are literally what is driving which videos I choose to do next, this one included. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.